Okay, so we're doing supersets today. One exercise followed by a second exercise, back to back, no rest in between. So we're going to be doing 8 sets. Exercise 1, exercise 2, exercise 1, exercise 2. And then we'll take a minute rest to get ready for the next 2 exercises to do that. 4 different supersets. Our first one is going to be standing. It's going to be working our legs. Our first is going to be an oblique crunch. We're bringing your knee up to our elbow. You're thinking of lifting that hip up towards your rib cage, so you're getting a nice bend in the torso. Exercise 1, and then exercise 2 is a glute activation bridge, and it's kind of the opposite of a curtsy lunge. You're stepping across your body to the front and then twisting toward the outer hip. Low back, if you have problems with the low back, just do the lunge without the twist if you feel like it's pulling on your low back. So step out and twist. 3, 2, hands up for the standing glute.
Next is Superset 1.
Standing oblique.
Exercise 1 for 40 seconds.
This is I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle. Bring those knees up as high as you can. Try not to drop the elbows down, but bring the knees up. And breathe. We're going to get some snow tomorrow, everybody. That's exciting.
That's crazy.
Or 2.
Kobe's video froze there for a second, right up in as her knee was high. She was just holding it really high. It was awesome. Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, nice work, my scarecrow friends.
Exercise 2 for 40 seconds.
Hands out in front, step across, lunge and twist. Step across, lunge and twist. Forward, twist.
Try to get down nice and low with those front legs. Really work that lunge. Don't cheat yourself out of the lunge.
Forward, twist.
Right? Take your time. Doesn't have to be too fast.
Whew. Lots of balance going on with this one. And you don't have to cross far. Just cross over the other foot a little bit.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat Superset 1.
Back to exercise 1.
Exercise 1 for 40 seconds.
I love this one. It even looks fun.
Knees nice and high. Get those knees up. There you go.
Who can bring their knees up without moving their shoulders at all?
Oh, man. You got at least 2 that can.
Awesome. Bring a little bend back into it. It does get the obliques a little more if you do a little bend.
1. Exercise 2 for 40 seconds.
All right, cross over, twist. Cross over, twist.
And when you're doing the twist, let your head follow the twist so that your shoulders and your head are going with it. You'll get a little bit more twist out of it. There you go.
That was you helping me, Larry, huh?
Also, finish the lunge first. Get the lunge down and then twist. So you get a little bit more going there, and you're staying in that lunge a little bit longer. Lunge, twist.
5,
Lunge, twist.
3, 2, 1. Repeat Superset
Back
1.
up.
Exercise 1 for 40 seconds.
All right, blood's flowing now, isn't it? Nice controlled moves. Don't let the legs just flop to the ground. Lower them down. Closing the rib cage and the hip bone together. Ooh, get those hip flexors, quads.
Five, 4.
This is a fun one to watch too.
Exercise 2 for 40
Those
seconds.
zombie arms. Oop.
Remember, lunge, finish the lunge, twist, lunge, twist, lunge, twist.
Lunge, hold, and twist.
There you go.
Shoulder twist. Oh, lots of torso action today. Again, if the lower back feels anything, stop the twisting and just do the lunges.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat.
Everybody's doing a nice job keeping your bodies upright, your shoulders back too. Looking good.
Last round. Remember, don't let those legs just drop. Lower them down. Shoulders are getting ready for the next exercises. Gonna blood flow to the shoulders by holding them up.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Exercise 2 for 40
Last time.
seconds.
Lunge, rotate, back, up. Lunge and hold, twist, and up.
Yep.
Those lunges never flow.
Which way to go, Maria? Which way to go? Doing great. Doing great. It's all a mental game, I know.
Just toward the light, toward the knee.
Don't go to the light.
5, 4,
Ooh,
3,
one more.
2, 1.
Ooh,
Next is switch to next exercise.
good job.
Rest for 1 minute.
Next is all gonna be upper body. We have two different moves, one for the shoulders and the chest, and one for the triceps and the back of the shoulders. So 5-pound dumbbells, 3-pound dumbbells. My shoulder's feeling a little tweaky this morning, so I'll probably drop down to 3s at some point. You're gonna start with your hands in front of you, dumbbells together, extend out, bring them in. Lift, bring them in. So it's different than our upward fly where we start out and lift up. Straight lift forward. Now we're gonna bend from the hips, abs nice and tight. Low back problems, do a split stance. Hands by the shoulders are gonna extend one back, one front. Bring it back to the shoulders, bend the elbows and extend. Bend, extend. Yep, and over to 3s for that left shoulder.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Dumbbells together in front.
Next is Superset 2.
Bend the elbows,
Exercise 1 for 40 seconds.
extend them out. Yeah, this is called the Valley Press. No idea why. From the Valley Girls or something? Hello.
Terry, turn sideways for me. So notice that the elbows are bending, right? So it's not just at the shoulders, it's really getting a little bit more of the biceps in there. And don't let your hands drop below parallel. So Joanne, turn sideways for me. So your hands are getting too low there. Your hands are gonna stay up. Do a half bicep curl for me.
Like to your belly button. Mine end up at my belly
2,
button.
1. Exercise 2 for 40 seconds.
Forward, elbows in. One forward and one back. Forward and back.
And again, like Terry said, if you have lower back problems, you can do a split stance. That supports your back a little bit more. Just like Terry's doing right now.
Just like that belly in nice and tight. If you have shoulder problems, like my left arm doesn't want to reach forward today, so I'm going to skip that part.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh,
Repeat Superset 2.
back to the first
Exercise
one.
1 for 40 seconds.
Elbows in, ready to belly button, shoot out from your belly button.
Yep, that's it. Starting that half, starting the half bicep curl position and then pushing straight out. So no curl at the top. It's just starting the bicep curl position at the beginning. And straight up. There you go, Joanne. There you go.
3, 2, 1.
Good.
Exercise 2 for 40 seconds.
Forward, elbows in.
And on this one, note it's not just a straight arm movement. So you're bending the elbows and then pushing out, bending the elbows and pushing out.
For some reason, it's called the boxer. But I don't think I'd want to see a boxer boxing like this.
They wouldn't last too long.
No. One uppercut and they're down.
And remember, the arm that's not pushing forward, that one's kicking a tricep extension back.
4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Superset 2. Exercise 1 for 40 seconds.
Remember, you're starting at the belly button, shooting out.
Yep. Weights together in front of you, so you have a narrow grip there.
Really strong pelvic tilt. Glutes stay tight to protect the back from moving. Have a nice neutral spine. Shoulder should be talking to you now.
Martha, don't come quite so far back with your elbows. Bring it right back to your body, right there and out. There you go.
Exercise 2 for 40 seconds.
So think about a tricep extension with one arm pushing forward. Oh, those all look good now.
Oh, mama, front of the shoulders. Talking to me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat.
Just like Terry said, if you have any shoulder issues pushing forward, you can skip that part.
Yeah, if you're feeling a lot of pain in the shoulder, you can always stick with just the tricep extension with both arms.
Stand sideways for me again, Terry, just so we can see. There we go. Careful of that body swing, Martha.
5, 4, 3.
I'm watching you.
Exercise 2 for 40 seconds.
Start with the hands at the shoulders. Push one back and one front. Start with the hands at the shoulders. Push back, push front. Keep those abs tight.
Maria, nice job getting through that with your shoulder. Looks like you're doing great.
Well, probably doing better than me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Whew.
Next is switch to next exercise.
All right, nice job. We get
Rest
to
for 1 minute.
down to the mat now. So grab your mat. Don't bring any weights with you. Start with some windshield wipers, either straight legs or bent legs, depending on your low back. You can put your hands underneath your tailbone to support you, or have your hands out to the side. You want to try not to push too hard into the ground with your hands. You want the torso to do the work as opposed to the lats. So that's the straight leg version. Bent leg version is here. Hands underneath the tailbone. Same movement. In the second exercise, we're going to roll over and do an extended plank. And I'm going to have to do these on my knees today, just because of my shoulder. I'm going to get in that plank, step out, hold, 2, 3, come back in, hold, 2, 3, step out,
5,
and
4, 3.
Let's start with those windshield wipers on your back.
Next
Legs
is
up.
Superset 3. Exercise 1 for 40 seconds.
To the side.
Beryl and Kopi, if you have bent knees, you might be a little bit better on your lower back. And really work hard to let your torso do the work and not your hands holding you on the ground, not your shoulders.
Yeah, try placing your fingers like spiders on the mat, and you'll tell how much weight you're putting into those hands.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, roll over.
Exercise 2 for 40 seconds.
Like it. I'm going to try my first one on my hands. Step out, hold, 2, 3, step in, hold, 2, out, as far as you can go.
So on this one, when you're stepping out, your body's staying flat. Staying flat, and when you're stepping back in, don't raise your hips. So you're just bringing your hands back under your shoulders. So trying to keep your body nice and stable through the whole thing.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Beryl, it's perfectly okay just to hold a plank for this and forget about the shoulder parts. If you want to hold an elevated plank, that's okay. Yeah, something that doesn't move.
And of course, you can always go to your knees for the plank.
There you go. Now we're back to the windshield wipers now.
Really focus on your pelvic tilt.
3, 2, 1.
Exercise 2 for 40 seconds.
Back to our plank. Out. Out.
Back to the planks now. Okay. Walk those hands out, walk the hands back.
Hold each position.
Keep that core nice and tight.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat Superset 3. Exercise 1 for 40 seconds.
That last exercise is kind of like the ab wheel without the wheel. Extending those abs out.
And nothing too fast on this one. It's all control, both up and down.
Yeah, the slower you go on this one, the more you're going to work those muscles. And make sure at the top, you don't feel like your back is arching off the floor, particularly at the top. Push those lower backs down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Exercise 2 for 40 seconds.
Back to our plank. A strong plank to start. Keep that strong plank as you step out and hold. And bring it in. Out.
Oh, everybody has nice work keeping those hips nice and straight.
Squeeze those glutes.
And Beryl, I like what you're doing. Looks good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat Superset 3. Exercise 1 for 40 seconds.
Wash those windshields. Keep breathing. Nice deep breaths.
At Martha's house, I just see some sneakers come up and down, up and down. Looks good, Martha. Then make sure your arms and your shoulders aren't doing much of the work. Really focus on the core.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Exercise 2 for 40 seconds.
Hey. Start with the hands under the shoulders, step the hands away from the shoulders, and then come back in. On your knees, look up like this. Whew. My body wants to slide out from underneath me, I'm gonna do that. Keep breathing on these. Tendency to hold our breath when it gets hard. If you're hearing bumping noises, that's my toe bones crackling around.
5, 4,
Strong plankers. Everybody's doing great.
Whew.
Next is switch to next exercise.
Nice job.
Rest for 1 minute.
3 supersets down, 1 to go. More abs. We're gonna do a side plank with a leg lift. And then the top portion of a sit-up. So side plank. Also gonna feel this in your shoulders and your lats. Forearm directly below your shoulder. Top leg is straight, bottom leg is bent. You're gonna lift up, lift the top leg, and then go back down. Up and down. Up and down. Then we just roll over onto our butt. Sit up nice and tall. Hands by your knees. You're gonna slide down to mid-thigh, and then come back up. Mid-thigh, come back up. So we're doing the upper portion of the sit-up. Top half sit-up. That's what I've named it. So get ready on one side. I'm start on my good shoulder side.
2, 1.
If this starts to hurt your shoulder,
Next
you can
is
just
superset
keep
4.
the same position and not
Exercise
lift
1
up.
for 40 seconds.
Because when you lift up, you're actually putting weight on that shoulder. If you're feeling really strong, you have really good shoulders, you can do a straight leg plank, which I can't do, and lift the leg up. Ankles and shoulders, don't let me do that yet. Give me another month, I'll do it. Lift and down. Lift. If you feel like you need to do something with your arm, you can lift your arm too, but shoulder should be pretty burnt out at this point anyways.
3, 2, 1.
Exercise
Alright.
2 for 40 seconds.
Sit up, give me a pelvic tilt, round that lower back, hands by your knees, slide down to mid-thigh, come right back up. Mid-thigh, really focus on the lower part of the abs here. If you need support, particularly if your back is hurting at all, fingertips behind your thighs to give you a little extra support and assistance. Otherwise, hands palms to the ceiling, just round it up and down.
Ooh, looking good.
3, 2, 1.
All right,
Repeat superset 4.
going over to the other
Exercise
side for
1
the
for
side
40
plank
seconds.
lift. Lift up, top leg. Make sure the body is in line with the knee and the shoulder, all one straight line.
Yep. So Beryl, try to that lower leg, make sure it's right in line with the rest of your body. So you're in a nice straight line. Yep. There you go. And it's okay to keep that hand in front of you for balance, but just make sure you don't roll over onto it.
The shoulders stacked.
Yep. Make sure that elbow's directly underneath your shoulder.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Exercise 2 for 40
Nice. Sit
seconds.
up. Pull those knees in, halfway down, and up. Halfway down. And I don't want you to come all the way up so your hands are in front here. You should stop when your hands hit your knee level. Down, up. So you're never letting those lower abdominals release.
Ooh, looking good.
Really think of your pelvic tilt. Push the tailbone up to the ceiling the whole time. Never come out of that pelvic tilt.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oof.
Repeat superset 4.
Over to your
Exercise
first
1
arm.
for 40 seconds.
Lift and down. Lift, down. That chest nice and square. You put a yardstick from your elbow to your top shoulder. It would be nice and straight there, even if you put your hand down in front.
Yeah, bro, that's good with your lower leg. Make sure it's still in line with your body. And if it's bent at a 90-degree angle, you might find it a little bit more comfortable.
Shoulders hurting, just the leg lift.
Kopi's getting attacked.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Exercise 2 for 40 seconds.
Get up there, nice and tall, round the spine, hands by the knees, halfway down, come back up.
You know, this one too, careful not to just roll your shoulders forward. You want to, it's really just a hinge at the hips as you're doing that sit up.
Yeah.
Lots of focus on the core.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Whew.
Repeat superset 4.
Last set, everybody.
Exercise 1 for 40 seconds.
Be nice and strong for this last set.
Almost there.
Somebody's trying to get in touch with me. Get those hips up. Think of squeezing the shoulder blades together in the back too. That helps keep your shoulder intact.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Exercise 2 for 40 seconds.
Last 40 seconds, knees up, lean back, hands to the knees, slide to mid-thigh, and come up. So think of trying to put just the tippy top of your rib cage down to the mat and come back up, just to the knees.
If you want, you could just put your feet down on the ground and just do some crunches. If you reach that limit.
3, 2, 1.
Woo!
Superset workout finished.
Nice
work.
All right, take a drink of water. I'm gonna do some stretches now. You're gonna roll over onto your belly, stay on the mat. Let's start on the belly. From the belly, we're just going to extend the rib cage a little bit. So come up into a cobra pose, sphinx pose, elbows down underneath your shoulders. Just lift your shoulders up and push your chest toward the front of you. Keep a pelvic tilt, push those hips into the ground so you don't crunch into your lower back. And if you feel like you can stretch a little bit more, you can push your hands into the ground. Lift up into a full cobra. No striking. Try to let those abdominals relax. And then we're going to come right down. Put your hands on top of each other on the mat. Let your head rest down on your hands. Bring the feet up, and we're just going to do windshield wipers with our feet. Loosen up that lower back a little bit. Nice deep breath. We're trying to bring that heart rate down. Relax the nervous system. And we're going to keep one foot bent in. Straighten the other leg out. With the same arm, reach back and try to grab a hold of that ankle, knee, shin, something, so you can pull that knee up off the ground. Stretching the quads. If you can't reach that hand or that foot on your back, you can always roll over to the side. Generally, if you can't reach it on your back, you can do it on your side. This one's just more comfortable from a spine and neck perspective. Go it up a little higher. And release it down. Let's do those windshield wipers again. Turn your neck to the other direction. We're going to use the do the other leg stretch. And bend that other knee in, reach the other leg out, pull that knee up to the ceiling. Again, still focused on pelvic tilt. You're pressing those hips down while your knee is lifting up. You don't want to torque your back and tilt your pelvis backward. And release it down. Let's push up to all fours and give me some side to side, hip to shoulder movements. Side to side cat cows, I guess they can be called, without the cat cow. And then transition into a cat cow. Push the belly button toward the spine, lift the back toward the ceiling, and then drop the belly button down, look up. And again, just do a couple of those. And then keep this going and do any combination of the two that you like. I like to do a side reach while I'm up in my cat, and then sink to the center, and then I reach to the other side with my cat. Back to the center. All right, let's stay in that quadruped position. Let's stretch one leg out to the side. You guys see that? Leg out to the side. And then you're gonna sit back into your child's pose. So leg out and sit back. You should get a good stretch in the inner thigh on that leg that's extended. And focus on relaxing low back, relaxing that thigh. Bring it up. Let's switch to the other leg. So bring that knee underneath you, stretch the other leg out to the side, and then sit those hips back. Just like you're doing a child's pose on over one knee. It's okay if you don't get out or down as far as I do. Go to your own level. And let's bring it back up. Put the knees as wide as your mat, wider than your hips. Put your feet together behind you. Sit back into a child's pose. Put those hips back, reach the arms forward, drop the forehead down to the ground. Just take a couple of deep breaths here. Elongate those exhales. All right, we're going to come up out of that. We're going to bring our right foot out in front of us. So your right foot is out in front. Bring your body upright. And you're going to lean your hips forward, pressing forward from the bottom of your tailbone. You don't want to just flop forward like this. You want to press, squeeze the glutes and press in so you get that hip flexor stretch and the quadricep stretch. And you can reach up with the opposite arm, reach up to the ceiling, make it a little longer, and then reach forward from there. Put your hands down inside that front foot, and you're just going to rock onto the side of your foot and let, oh, I can't see you there either. You're going to let your foot, knee drop over to the side. So you come forward like this and let your knee come out. Let your foot come up off the ground. And to feel that stretch in the outside of the hip, a little bit in the inside of the hip as well. If you're pretty flexible here, you can push out in that knee, open the chest up a little bit. Traditional yoga stretch. Not quite as intense as the pigeon pose. And bring that knee back to center. Straighten the front leg out. And we'll go into a half split hamstring stretch. So bring that leg out in front of you. Chest upright. Reach down toward your knee. Try to keep your back straight here. Have a good stretch on that hamstring. All the way up into your upper glutes. If you pull your toes back, you'll feel that stretch down in the calves as well. All right, let's release that. Go back onto all fours. Do a couple of cat-cows, a little rotation. Readjust that body. We're going to go to the other side, starting with that foot, 1 foot forward. Lean into the lunge. Chest upright. Squeeze the glutes. Feel that stretch in the hip flexor. Keep the shoulders straight forward for this first part. You can take that arm that matches the back leg and reach it up and over. And just let your body sink down. If you can let your body relax, you'll sink a little lower with each breath. And bring those hands to the inside of the foot. And we're going to go into that hip stretch. So let the foot roll out to the side. Knee open up. You can push against that knee. Back knee is still flat on the ground. Unless you want to bring it up because the hardwood floor is hurting it. You definitely feel a difference on both sides here. Everybody's body's got one side that's looser and one side that's tighter. Focus on that breathing. Bring that knee back to center. Straighten out that front leg. Half split. Reach that chest forward. Sink into it. Let the muscles melt. And drop the neck down. Shake it out a little bit. Let's bring it up, bring that foot in. I'm going to step both feet to the ground, hands on the knees, hands on the both knees, and slowly round you back up. And we're going to slide down again. Put the hips back, slide down those thighs, round the back and roll up one vertebrae at a time. I'm going to go down again. This time, hold it down there. Just going to hold it here. Slowly lower your chest in between your legs. Let your head hang heavy. And we're going to clasp our hands together behind our back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and try to let the arms drop down and relax. You have a lot of bend in your knees here. Check that back. You can try squeezing the palms together nice and tight. You'll feel the shoulders stretch and get tight. And then release the palms and watch the hands drop further down. Shake those heads out. Yes, nod your head. No, shake your head. Release the hands down to the feet. Slowly curl up. Give me one last inhale together. Arms up, inhale. And exhale. Well done, ladies. Happy Happy Friday.